Working on a 2004 Mazda RX8. This car isn't running. We've already done a starter swap. They had the original starter from 2004, which is a smaller starter. It doesn't crank the engine quite hard enough. It should have been updated. This is one spark plug. This is the leading spark plug that came out of the engine. I wouldn't pull the rest out. This is obviously very black. It's no good. I got the car started and it was misfiring like crazy. So this is the reason why it's misfiring. Spark plugs are definitely no good. So I have a spare set, so I'm going to swap those in. This is a leading. You can tell it's got a little L there. Yeah, you probably can't see it. Now you can see it. L for leading. I'm going to swap it in place for a better leading spark plug. Let's see. That's what we got. So this is my spare set, which is much better. See, it's not black. It's more of a bronze color, which is fine. Brown is okay. Silver is okay. But black is no good. Okay, spark plugs are all out. So these are the spark plugs that came out. There's cracks on this plastic only because they were so tight in there. I had to use an impact wrench, so it broke the plastic. That's not what makes them bad. What makes them bad is the blackness on this piece over here. Makes it unable to create a spark to ignite the gasoline in the engine. So this one is the trailing spark plug. You see it's caked and it's black, it's no good. This one probably in a little better condition. This is the trailing spark plug in the rear, I believe. Also cracked because I used the impact gun on it. As the leading one, also black. The leading ones usually are darker than the trailing, but overall these spark plugs are no good. Since the spark plugs are in such bad shape, I'm going to change the ignition coils and the wires because very likely those were not changed. Took the airbox out. Working on, I took out the first one. Looks like this has a broken bolt, so it came right out. So I took out the first ignition coil, which is right here. This is the one I took out. Doesn't look too bad. We could always test it later, but I'm going to put known good ones in there, which are in these two boxes. These are my old ones for my black RX8. And these wires don't look very new. Let's see. This wire contact is okay actually, and in here it looks okay too, but we're going to change them anyways because they don't look good. So I'm going to finish changing them all and you'll see what they look like now and what they look like later. So best thing to do is to keep them in order, do one at a time. You know, it's not that difficult, you know. So this one, the one in front, it goes to the front of the engine, bottom, so it's front leading. This is the front trailing, back leading, back trailing. So that's the order of the ignition coils and the spark wires. All right. So I'm going to finish this up and be right back. Since I'm here, I noticed that this wire is a little bare. What I'm going to do is just going to wrap it up with some electric tape and install it back. Since I'm already here, I don't have to do it later. I don't have to worry about it. It's just one piece of mind kind of thing. It's all wrapped. So now it's all wrapped up. You see it, electric tape all around. Before there was a little bit of white exposed. Now there's none. You know, a little bit of electric tape will save you a lot of trouble later on, probably. All right, preventative measures. So I put the replacement plugs in, the new ignition coils. You can see these ignition coils look a lot older, a lot dustier. These are newer. These are the set. There's the old plugs. Alright, gonna throw everything back in and try to start this thing up. Alright, we have everything back in. Negative battery still connected. Just gotta make sure everything you disconnected is connected. So with the airbox came this wire, this hose here, this wire. This was disconnected. This is MAF sensor connector. This was disconnected, and these three hoses here. And now we got to tighten this one. That's what I forgot, and that's it. For the sake of your sanity, any tools you've used, always put them away where you originally store them. That way you don't have to go nuts looking for them whenever you need them. So I've put away almost all of my tools. I have some scattered around here, but I know I'm going to use them, and they're right in front of me. Alright, be back when the battery's charged and we'll try to start this thing up. Okay, looks like things are back to normal. Gonna pump the brake 20 times to get the Essentric shaft sensor to reset. Alright, the needle over here moved, so it's already reset. I'm gonna turn it off, back on, and we're gonna try to crank this thing. Okay. It looks like it's cranking, it's just doesn't seem to want to stay alive. It's trying to learn the new trims. That's what it is. Okay. I have my foot slightly on the gas pedal. See if I can keep this thing alive. There you go. Now it's learning the trims, and those are trim levels. Just got. Right now I have my foot on the clutch all the way down, so that it doesn't slow down the engine a little bit. I should be able to lift my foot off soon. Getting no check engine light flashing, so that's a good sign. Earlier, before I did all the ignition stuff, the check engine light kept flashing, which meant there was a misfire. So now there's no misfire. That's a good thing. See, the traction control is on. That's because the one tire is missing. I'm releasing the clutch now, and RPM's lowered. DSC is off. I got to reset that, but that's okay. I'm not sure what that little house thing is, but we'll figure that out shortly. But so far, it looks like everything is running. So the next thing to do is I'm gonna put the tire back on. I'm gonna let this warm up, put the tire back on, and see if I can push this thing into gear, or at least like put it in gear and see what happens. All right, at a P20, I forgot, but it's for the intake manifold tuning valve. It says it's stuck open. This is from a different engine. I'm going to pull this one out. That's this piece right here. This is the SSV. So I'm gonna pull this out, and then I'm gonna work on getting it out over here. So in the car, it's actually right there, right where that hose is, you see. So that's the intake manifold tuning valve, which is the SSV for the RX8 2004. I'm gonna take it out of this. This is from an automatic engine. This is a manual engine, but the SSV should be the same. I'm gonna pull out and use the one that's better.